Hello students, I wanted to give you a tour of our shop. Put on my GoPro here. So for you people that have never been in the shop before, wanted to give you a quick tour. Okay, I am looking at the north end of the shop right now. We've got two glue tables, which also double as our finish tables. This morning I put another finish on our lap desk here. That's the top of the lap desk, and then the two legs bolt to the sides of it. Okay, on the back is the pencil holder, the surface that you would use as your book holder or computer holder, and then the graphic side is, you know, just for show. Okay, so we do all our gluing. You see the clamps and the hand clamps, the bar clamps there, so we can glue up a lot of panels. When you get your panels glued up, we have to make room for the next person, so they stand up on the end there on the floor. So we'll have this area filled with panels that you're gluing up, whether it be for the plaque, the cutting board, the lap desk, or the mini cedar chest. Okay, over here, guys, I've got some stuff here that I normally wouldn't have. When I have students, I won't have a refrigerator and a microwave here, and my drinks and eats and that kind of stuff. That'll all be for you guys, and as a glue table, finish table. And then I've got my desk set up over there, really messy right now, a lot of stuff going on. That won't be there. You guys will have 6 tables to work at. We've got sink in the corner. We've got brooms and things for cleaning up. I'll have each of you have a cleanup job, so we can literally clean this big shop up in a couple minutes at the end of each block class. We've got a cabinet for all our sanders. There's nailers in there, biscuit cutter, yeah, all our power type equipment there. Okay, the next cabinet, a lot of hand tools. Everything has its place. Okay, you can see our glue bottles. Red glue is typically what we use. The green bottles are waterproof glue for our cutting boards. That's the only project where we need waterproof glue. But as you can see, you know, we've got everything hanging in its place. So somebody's job, if the tools are left out, will be to get the tools back and inventory them for me. This tool cabinet is a lot of hand tools and stuff that I need. And then you guys will be using the cordless drills. I'll be showing you how to change bits and all the settings on those, so you can use those as you need them for your project. Got a real loud compressor here. Okay, it's full right now, so it's not going to turn on for me, but that's there for us to blow off at the end of the day. If you get dusty, you can use the air nozzle, blow yourself off. Okay, so you're ready for your next class. So 6 tables, four students to a table. You'll be making plaques first, like this, either a laser or a router, your choice, with graphics of your choice. Okay, then we go to the cutting board. I'm putting coats on these. I've got 2 coats. It needs a 3rd one yet. Okay, so there's the cutting boards, and then we've talked a little bit about the lap desk. I should have had one set up for you, and the mini cedar chest, that's an old one that I made years and years ago. You guys will get to take these projects home as you get them completed. Okay, I'm presently setting up 3 routers for raised panels like you see in the mini cedar chest. It takes 3 different cutter heads, so I'm working on that as we speak here. Radial arm saw. Okay, guys, our projects start as just rough boards. See this one over here? I am making a mini cedar chest right now, and I'm making GoPro videos to show students how to do it. But you'll get a big board. You'll have to figure out the board feet, and then once you figure out the board feet of the board, you'll be laying it out into its parts. I think I've got part of this. Yeah, you can see where I've written on them in chalk. Okay, yeah, so part name, finish size, that's how we lay it out. I'll give you a plan, you'll know exactly what to do. I've got the drawings made for you and the plans that tell you how to do it, okay? So I wanted to show you the machinery. I'm going to take a board over here. So on the radio arm saw, it's for cutting rough lengths. Okay, let me show you what it sounds like. I've got to adjust I don't have the vent system on, but I've got to adjust that vent, still working on that. For cutting rough lengths, this miter saw is the same. It'll lift up here if I pull the pin, and then if I untighten it here, it'll come out. So it's for cutting rough lengths as well. Okay. I can turn it on here real quick for you. It's got a brake, so it slows the blade down a lot faster than the radio arm saw. So radio arm saw, miter saw, okay. Typically after we cut them into our lengths, we give an extra inch in length from the finished size. So if I wanted a front piece at 20, I'd actually cut it at 21 because I still have to square it, so I need a little extra room. After we cut it to lengths, we come over to the table saw. Let me turn it on for you so you can hear it. Okay, on-off switch. We use the table saw to rip our boards into less wide pieces. As you get more than about 4 inches, see if I can see it here, it wants to cup the way the growth ring is. Okay, see the growth rings here? So if we rip it, then we flip half of it, it'll work against itself. One growth ring down, one growth ring up. So if you had multiple pieces, you alternate them, and then it helps to keep a flat panel. So that's what we use a table saw for, ripping things to width with the grain. These two were across the grain, okay? The radio arm saw, miter saw across the grain with the grain on the table saw. After that, we typically use the joiner. The joiner is simply for making very straight edges that we could even glue up multiple boards to make a panel. So the joiner, that's all we're using it for, is to joint a straight edge. Let's listen to it. Okay. We've got 2 joiners. We've got 2 table saws. Okay. After we get them jointed, of course, we could glue up our panel, kind of like what I've got over here. Okay, I used multiple pieces to glue these big boards panels up. I've got a top of a mini cedar chest. I've got the bottom, I've got the back, I've got the front panel. We glue them up, right? Then they're still rough though. We then have to take them over to our planer and put the panel through it. This is what it sounds like. Our noisiest machine. It'll take a board this wide and it'll plane the thickness, okay, and make it smooth on both sides. It only cuts on the top side, so as we feed it through, we want the roughest side up, okay? Then we'll flip it, feed it through again till we get both faces nice and smooth and to whatever thickness we want. Then we take it over to our belt sander. Here's what it sounds like. Not too loud. And it'll take a board or panel this wide. Okay? All it does is it will sand or smooth all the mill marks from that machine. It'll take them all out and make it nice and smooth. It's not ready for finish yet. We still have to do some sanding, but it'll save us a lot of work. So that's the belt sander. Over here, we've got band saws. Band saws could be used to cut irregular shapes, like on the, if you can see it, the front foot of the mini cedar chest. You can see it's cut at an irregular shape. We could do that on the band saw. Okay, we've got 2 band saws. We've got drill presses. You may have seen the hole cut in the cutting boards for the finger hole. Well, we've got 3 drill presses for that. Okay. Over here, we've got edge sanders. Okay. We've got, these are oscillating orbital sanders. Okay. Let's turn one on. Okay. So it would help sand inside the hole of the cutting board, would be an example. Okay. Bigger bit on, or a bigger drum on that one. We can use this to sand edges if we've got a burn on an edge or something. Okay, over here is how we router the, we can give a shape, round corners. You may remember, I think I've shown you some of the legs of the lap desk, okay, that we do on the CNC. We round the edges with those router tables, okay? That's our storage, by the way, for a class or 2 classes. And we've got storage over here for a class, well, 2 classes, okay? So to round those corners so they're not sharp, we use that table router, all right? If we make plaques, I've got one of them set up for the bit to cut the keyhole in the back of it. Okay, so you could hang your plaque on the wall. All right, over here, we've got our laser. I've been making plaques for teachers right now. Here's one for Miss Betrez. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on so you guys can hear it. At least I think I am. I usually turn it on at the computer. It's not gonna